Today, I have another Waffle video to react to. Shout out Waffle, by the way. She left a very sweet comment on the last video where I reacted to her content. She also followed me on Twitch, which you guys should do as well. W plug. Sorry if I sound kind of more dead than usual. My sinuses are flaring up. But today we have Jumpstart your VTuber channel in 2026.
So, you get a model, download OBS, go live on Twitch, and just hope that an audience shows up? It
That's
makes
not happening.
sense on paper, but that exact plan is why 92% of new VTubers quit within their first year. Because
I wonder if that's like a legitimate statistic. I think in the previous video, she mentioned that she tracked a bunch of VTubers after their debuts. I'm someone who really loves data. I'd love to know like the actual statistics behind what VTubers continue their activities after debut after like a year.
this plan is the hardest possible path to growth. So today we're going through the 9 ways to actually jumpstart your VTuber channel. Some of these are going to directly challenge what you thought you were gonna do, and that's the whole point. Let's start with the big one, because if you're planning to grow by going live on Twitch, I need you to understand something before.
I guess I'll pause before all the points and then give my, maybe I should do it after. But yeah, if you're going to stream long hours with 0 viewers, you're harming your opportunities to grow. Twitch is a platform that has little to no discoverability. Categories are very top heavy, meaning that all the high viewer streamers are at the very top and all the low viewer streamers are at the bottom. And if you're someone with 0 viewers, you're competing with a ton of other people who are also at 0 viewers or at like 1 viewer. So your chance of being discovered is very unlikely. So just streaming long hours to no people is unfortunately a waste of time.
Before you do anything else. Twitch does not have a discovery algorithm for new streamers at all. When you go live on Twitch, you appear in a category sorted by viewer count, highest to lowest.
Wait, why is this?
Streamers with thousands of viewers are at the top.
I did not pre-watch the video.
With 0 are at the absolute bottom. With 3.2 million unique creators streaming every month on Twitch,
Really?
and only
is crazy.
550,000 concurrent viewers across the entire platform at any given time, the average stream has about 7.4 viewers, and that number is so inflated by the top 1% of streamers that the
if you removed the top 1% from the equation or from the statistics, which is fairly unreasonable to do unless there was like a significant outlier like Ninja when he was popping off. Like that is a significant outlier. So you could remove him from the equation, or maybe like Kai Cenat during his subathon, you could remove that from the statistic. But if you did remove the 1%, then the average would probably shoot down maybe like between 1 and 2.
real median is far lower.
Yeah,
Instead,
it would probably be
start
much
with
lower.
YouTube. It's not known as a streaming platform, and that's fine because it's a growth engine. As opposed to Twitch, which is considered a community platform, it rewards creators who already have an audience.
Yeah.
I actually stream on both platforms simultaneously using SE Multi.
I mentioned it last video or last react, but you should basically just be streaming to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time at all times. It's just the YouTube discovery like algorithm applies to your streams as well. So if you package your stream well on YouTube, then people will find it. But YouTube is just a very intuitive platform once you understand it. And that's where I would put, and where I put the majority of my energy into.
Streaming. Watch till the end of the video to learn the #1 strategy for the best possible
Subway
community
Surfers.
building, because it isn't actually anything even remotely related to streaming. Now let's talk about YouTube Shorts.
YouTube Shorts is my favorite. Maybe not my favorite. I love long form content creation. That's where I started out doing. But YouTube Shorts is a very powerful tool. 1, because of discoverability, and 2, the conversion rates. The conversion rate from other platforms on like Twitch and not Twitch, on TikTok and Instagram are actually very low. Like you don't really hear too many people who convert from Twitch and Instagram to like your live streams. But in the case of YouTube Shorts, the conversion rate is there, whether that's to your long form videos, to your YouTube live streams, and even to your Twitch. There's more avenues for the viewers to funnel into, which just makes the conversion rate a lot better, and in my opinion makes YouTube Shorts the best platform to invest into when it comes to growth. I don't know if she'll go into any specifics, but I do have some ideas for YouTube Shorts that maybe I could share.
Shorts now generates over 200 billion views per day, and the most important stat
100
is
billion is
buried
crazy.
in that number.
Whole lot of doom scrollers.
74% of those viewers come from people who don't even subscribe to your channel. That means Shorts is YouTube's primary discovery engine. It pushes your content to people who have never heard your name before. That's the real way to jumpstart a career. Your first 3 to 5 uploads shouldn't be streams. They should be short clips, reactions, skits, even a demo of your VTuber model. Give the audience a glimpse of your personality and give the algorithm something to index before you ever even go live.
A good example, I agree with this. Your first upload should be, like she said, either like a model showcase, a skit, maybe a story time, an introduction. Stuff like that should be your first uploads. But also, if you're someone who likes putting out long form videos, I guess I'll just use Waffle as an example here. Okay, we are on Waffle's channel. I'm just going to use her as an example because, well, I'm reacting to her video. But if you're a new content creator who is putting out long form videos, you should try your best to create shorts that are created from the information or clips from your long form video. So what I mean by this is, let's use this video as an example. $0 versus $2,000 VTuber model. So I'm assuming that Waffle doesn't do what I'm saying. Yeah, she doesn't. Okay. So what I mean by repackaging your long form video into a short. So in the case of like this video, off the top of my head, you can make a short like that has a hook of like, what's the difference between a $0 VTuber model and a $2,000 VTuber model? And then you could just regurgitate information from this video or just use audio clips and video clips from this video and package that as a short. And since YouTube Short has the related video feature, if someone's interested in that short, there's a good chance that they'll click on the related video and watch the whole long form video. For smaller creators, it puts eyes that wouldn't have previously seen their long form video onto it. And for bigger creators like Waffle, it can maintain momentum for your long form video. I personally like to upload each long form video alongside a short that relates to the long form video. So there's just like initial big boost of momentum. And if you're able to create like 2 or 3 or as many high quality shorts as possible from a single video and just upload that every day for the next few days of the video, that's going to create a lot of momentum for your video. And then the YouTube algorithm will probably pick up on that. I don't know how much I rambled. This is why I don't make guide content, because I just ramble. Okay, tangent over.
Once you've done that,
you'll
have people recognize you and maybe
I hope my explanation was, well, I hope my explanation made sense.
even mark their calendars for your streams later on. And while you're thinking about your setup, let's talk about the thing most new VTubers spend way too much money on before any of that even is in place. Your VTuber model. I know that some of you already have a budget set aside for a VTuber model commission, so I need you to hear this before you spend any of it.
And you should probably listen to her because she makes VTuber models. She draws and rigs it. So if there's one person to listen to about not buying a VTuber model, it's her.
When I say your model quality does not predict your channel's growth, I sincerely mean it, and I've seen it with my own eyes. There are VTubers with $2,000 custom live 2D rigs sitting on channels with 3 concurrent viewers. Compare that to spending $0 on any of these adorable pre-made models or even my own models, which you could get 100% access on just from supporting me on Patreon. Hi, I'm Waffle Bean. I'm an artist, animator, and live 2D rigger. I draw and animate everything on my channel. My goals are just to...
No glaze, but that's very impressive. As someone who has been casually doing art ever since I was a child, and as someone who also tried to learn animation and even live 2D, that is impressive to be able to do everything. Those things are not easy to learn and be good at.
See my own models come to life. So of course I want you to succeed, because the more happy content creators that exist, the more I get to create VTuber models for you all. Your model needs to feel like you, have readable expressions, and move without breaking. But that's all you really need as you're still beginning. Before you spend another dollar on model upgrades, check your title click-through rate, because your titles are doing much more of the heavy lifting for your growth than your model's physics ever will.
Yeah.
And on that note, YouTube doesn't have a VTuber category at all. When you upload,
Nope.
the algorithm scans your title.
It just treats your content as any other piece of content, which is honestly like to be expected. I don't expect YouTube to ever create a separate VTuber category, because at the end of the day, we're just creators. We're creators like anyone else.
Thumbnail and description to decide who to show it to. If your title is My VTuber Debut, it genuinely just doesn't know where to put you. And neither do the thousands of people who would love your content but haven't found you yet. So stop writing titles for theoretical fans who don't know you at all. Write titles for people who would want to learn about you. New VTuber Debut maybe gets 100 searches per month. I just like to type related keywords into the search bar on YouTube to see what really is searchable. This method shows you a pre-made audience for content that doesn't exist yet, so fill these gaps. Think about what
Agreed.
someone who's curious about VTubing would actually type into the search bar. Those are the titles you should be building upon. For your first 20 videos or streams, write every title as if a viewer has never heard of you before. And once your titles are working for you, there's one strategy that makes them hit even harder on day one. When a viewer finds your debut video and loves it, what does YouTube do next? It looks
Push
for more
more
content on your
content.
channel to keep them watching. One video and the session ends. But if you have 5 or 6 videos on your channel, that's what's considered a watch session. And watch sessions are one of the strongest signals that YouTube uses to push channels to new audiences. Then you can consider doing your debut. On launch day, YouTube already has a catalog to recommend, and your new viewers have somewhere to go after they fall in love with your debut.
Yeah, this is not something I can really give input on. I didn't do a debut, but yeah, this is pretty straightforward. Put out content before your debut so that people who tune into your debut, who didn't know you previously, have stuff to watch featuring you.
That sequencing alone changes your entire first month. Think about the VTubers that you subscribe to. You don't follow them because they're VTubers, you follow them because of what they do. If someone had to describe your channel in one sentence right now, what would they say?
Well, I don't know what people would say about my channel. Reaction, slop, that's it.
VTuber is a format, it's not a niche. There are over
It's technically a niche, but it's a very broad niche nowadays. It's less. VTubing has outgrown its roots. It's like much broader of a niche than it was before.
50,000 channels with anime avatars, and that's probably on the lower end. If that's your entire identity, then you're invisible by default. The VTubers growing right now have a clear sub-identity. The one who breaks down game design, the evil villains of collaborations, the ones who turn history into
I honestly just think VTuber, you don't even need, because you don't call someone who shows their face cam streamers. Saying someone's a face cam streamer or a faceless streamer doesn't inherently add any value to what they do, and that's kind of what happened with the term VTuber, is that it doesn't really add or subtract anything from your content. It's, you still need to have your niche within your content creation. VTubing is no longer a niche. I guess, yeah, I guess VTuber is no longer a niche, like a content niche. It's become more of like a creator niche. So yes, you need to have your own niche still.
gaming content, so you're a VTuber, but who are you on a deeper level? If that blank is hard to fill, then that should be your most important task to start off with. And hey, if you've watched this far, comment 3 blue heart emojis. The creators building real careers in
3
this
blue
space
heart.
aren't just the most strategic. They're the ones who made people feel like they belonged somewhere. Your channel is a community before it's a brand. A Discord server with 20 people who genuinely care about your content is worth more than 2,000 passive subscribers.
While I do agree about the value of like a Discord server, I have personal experience from my other channels that had Discord servers. They don't really work for me. As in, you know that feeling when you join a public server and you just feel very out of place and so you don't want to type? That's how I feel about servers that I create and are supposed to be centered around me. I think just my personality doesn't really suit having a public Discord server because I'm just not the type of person to really interact in those kinds of environments. But I do agree it is important to have some sort of community hub.
That intimacy is what turns viewers into fans who actually stay. Reddit is another underrated tool for VTubers. Whether you're posting in r/virtual YouTubers to get your work seen, or eventually building your own subreddit as your audience grows,
I haven't really thought about that using Reddit. That might be a good platform for me. Discord servers and subreddits have the same sense of community. It's like different aspects of community.
Reddit gives your community a place to exist when you're not online. Threads, fan art, clippable discussions, all of that happens organically once you've built the space for it. If you've made it this far, you're already thinking about your channel differently than 99% of VTubers.
Trust me, I've been obsessed with content creation for like the past decade. I've always wanted to like pick larger creators' brains when it comes to content creation. Like not only their ideas, but like how they got into it, stuff like that. I've always wanted to pick content creators' brains in all my channels that I've ever had. So I had 3 channels that all got monetized, but I've never done any collaboration content. I've always just done everything solo. So I've never gotten the chance to really network with other creators. And then, so that basically, I never got a chance to really discuss the topic of content creation with any other creators. But it's something I really want to do. Maybe in the future, I'll have like live streams or like videos where I just have like a one-on-one conversation with another creator just to talk about like their origins of their content creation and like their views on the landscape and stuff like that. Maybe one day. I'm not good at one-on-one conversations, so I'll have to improve on that. But yeah, I've always just wanted to have a conversation about content creation with other creators.
And I genuinely want to reward that. Just by clicking on my Patreon link, you'll unlock a Choco VTuber model entirely free with no catch. And remember, if you do decide to support me, you get 100% access to every single VTuber model I've ever used on my channel. I make everything on this
Oh
channel
my god. What are all these dots? You can tell that I never got very far in the process of learning Live 2D. Jesus.
entirely myself. I draw, rig, and animate everything, including script writing and editing and researching.
Okay, that's more my lane. Editing, researching, script writing.
Patreon is just the best way to support me so that I can keep making these sorts of videos and help keep this community growing. So out of 50,000 VTubers, you know exactly what to do differently. Thank you so much.
That was another great video from Wafu. Once again, I basically agree with everything she's saying here, and I'm looking forward to more content like this.